Days of continuous rainfall triggers massive flooding across Manipur. Breaching of Imphal River running through Imphal East District bridges at Kurai, Haikrumakong, Haingang Mayay, Lekai and Ahaluk affecting local residents. India Meteorological Department IMD Met Center Imphal issues orange warning for Manipur, forecasting thunderstorms accompanied by winds ranging from 30 to 40 kilometers per hour the next few days. In light of worsening flood situation across Manipur, Water Resources Department issues urgent advisory warning of further flooding. Public urged to avoid waterlogged areas, not to visit riverfronts or flood-prone zones and to stay indoors. Fox appeals to authorities to halt eviction of internally displaced persons currently sheltering in Langol government quarters before making alternative arrangements. And BJP legislators met Party State President A. Sharda on new government formation. A. Sharda says BJP MLAs united and in favor of popular government. Formation of new government likely soon. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm JOYSHREE bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. 3 days of relentless rainfall has triggered severe flooding across Manipur, with Imphal East District bearing the brunt. Major bridges along the Imphal River at Kurai, Haikrumakong, Haingang Mayay Lekai and Ahaluk have submerged homes and roads, forcing widespread evacuations. At Kurai, Haikrumakong, the river breached around 9 a.m. this morning, inundating nearby houses. Similar devastation unfolded in Haingang and Ahaluk. A joint rescue operation involving the NDRF, SDRF, Fort Assam Rifles, Arambai Tengol and local volunteers is underway. Floodwaters also entered All India Radio AIR complex at Palace Compound, disrupting transmissions. During a rescue mission at Haingang Makhalekai, one Arambai Tengol member and one SDRF personnel were swept away by the strong currents, but they were later rescued. Relief and evacuation efforts continue as the state battles rising waters. A combined team of police and medical personnel rescued a woman and her 2 children who were carried away by flood water in Haikrumakong area in Imphal East District today. The rescued woman is identified as 42-year-old Konzengbam Sanano, wife of Nongyai from Kurai, Haikrumakong. The rescued children are 9-year-old Lingjel Thoibi and 4-year-old Nganba. Kurai MLA S. Sushinro joins ongoing efforts to repair the bridge Imphal riverbank at Kurai, Haikrumakong. Speaking to media, he said repair works are progressing in full swing and efforts are on to seal the bridge as early as possible. He said heavy silt deposition from rain-washed hill slopes is a key factor behind the sudden rise in water level and a subsequent river overflow. Sushinro linked this to rampant poppy cultivation, stating that addressing siltation was a key goal of the previous government's war on drugs campaign. He also raised concern over large crowds gathering at the bridge site, causing severe traffic congestion. Trucks carrying earth from Sangakpham for the repair works are reportedly taking over 2 hours to reach the site. The MLA appeals to the public not to block or disrupt the movement of emergency and relief vehicles.
Aduki matik ay river bend ay siem khraban ado akhoi chahi khudingi river bend ja akhoi check tawe lengang leba angang masing je toro thadaraga khara akhoi siem ba khopa khara dum ta heta tawi adubu leba angang ma thadaga da mahom se akhoi imphal ga nek nang nabdi forest ngata neba ado leba ga se heta ame heta hapa yaba na teba seisa magi sticky oi ba khara nap lebak da ka leb aduma lebak sin do hak da do pibi dram ne na forest kini haib nuti gi mi gari phabi ba ma to bi ba to bu maram mo kana na sidi akhoi khurai da awa pham oi re ado akhoi atopa kendra gi dam to de yam na khona ja gi bni akhoi kendra da gi khoi lambi awang na lebu gum kakthara thada bu gum ba ado maina khona ra ga khoi me am to gi ado hojiti khoi lai bak thiri ba se kai no ha kan da akhoi lebak lo hum lai to.
The overflowing water of the Imphal River also inundated KR Lane, Dimdailong area, New Chekon and Andro parking. Many houses in Angom Laikai, Wangkai Assembly constituency were also submerged. Household items were damaged as residents did not have time to remove it as flood water gushes in at the blink of an eye. Flood-affected locals have evacuated themselves to safer places. The situation may get worse as the IMD predicts more rain in the state in the next few days. Flood water in Wangkai, Angom is not receding rapidly as it is not flowing into the Kongba River. As floodwater inundates several houses in Imphal East District's New Chekon, members of Arambai Tangol and personnel from NDRF, SDRF, Fire Service and local volunteers join hands to rescue the affected locals. A midnight flash flood also devastated Kangpokpi town, submerging at least 60 homes in Zone Hing Veng, which is the worst affected. Several nearby wards, including Lamdil Veng, Ward number 5, Ngambom Veng, Ward number 8, Zafal Veng, Ward number 9, and Kupting Veng, Ward number 11, suffered damage due to overflowing of the Imphal River running through the Kangpokpi town. Power and mobile networks went down. Multiple minor landslides were also reported along National Highway number 2, particularly between Daili and Yai Kong Pao. Authorities, along with the volunteers, carried out rescue operations. With Manipur facing worsening flood conditions, the Water Resources Department has issued an urgent advisory warning of further inundation in the Imphal Valley. The advisory says Kangpokpi district, the Imphal River's main catchment area, recorded 175 millimeters of rainfall in the past 72 hours, well above the 135 millimeters flood trigger threshold. A massive 123 mm fell in a single day on May 30 to 31. The Imphal River is now flowing above high flood level with breaches and overflows reported at multiple points. Runoff from Kangpokpi is expected to worsen flooding in low-lying areas of Imphal city. The rainfall mirrors the 131 millimeters recorded during the cyclone Rimal in May 2024, which caused a widespread destruction. Residents living along the Imphal River floodplains are strongly advised to evacuate immediately. The IMD has forecast heavy to extremely heavy rainfall in parts of Manipur until June 1st, potentially escalating the crisis. And public is urged to avoid waterlogged and low-lying areas, to stay away from riverbanks and landslide-prone slopes, to avoid unnecessary travel, to prevent obstruction of relief operations, to follow only verified updates and advisories, and to contact the flood control room at 0385 245 1550 for emergencies. In view of the ongoing flood situation, emergency helpline numbers have been activated. State-level helplines are 883-732-2040, 600-924-5628, 965-064-8123, and 700-532-1558. Flood helplines for Kakching district are 690-915-9819, 879-492-9257 and 984-939-305. For Imphal West District, helpline numbers are 700-568-2232, 700-501-3464, 940-269-8792 and 936-659-1320. For Nambol, the number is 700-560-7896. For Bishnupur, 700-149-0194. For Moirang, 986-333-8225. For Chandal, 986-228-569. For Chakpi Karong, 700-500-9699. For Kengjoy, call 708-513-2589. For Machi, one may contact 708-518-7386. For Technopol, call 936-655-6373. And for More, the emergency contact number is 774-076-187. DIPR Director Ngangom Uttam urges the public to stay alert and follow official advisories as floods continue to affect several areas in Manipur. He calls for public cooperation with rescue efforts and advises people to avoid risky areas and to remain indoors unless necessary.
Turen Torban Kaiba Ying, but Sapasina Mamoraga Mapam Karada traffic jam Yamatuali. Traffic jam Tola Pasina, emergency da Akwegi machinery, Pochai, Putokuchin Togada, Apan Bapidana, Kalhobayaba, Akwegi, Torban Kaibagi, Todokayasi, Kanbanang the Bagi Pivum Dalay, Aduna, Miamna, Nasagi, Ishagizu, safe for Inaba, Yum the Lebiu, Aduga Mayam Gisu, safe for Inaba, Akwegi, Koichalaga, Lambida Chilhanba, Kotpa, Turen Torban, that's in Jalhanba, Masigumba, Kudong Chata, Vasito, and Viganu, Aina, Piltozeri.
India Meteorological Department IMD Met Center Imphal has issued an orange warning for Manipur, forecasting thunderstorms accompanied by winds ranging from 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. The warning alerts residents to stay cautious amid unsettled weather conditions. According to the latest IMD report, heavy rainfall is highly across all the districts of the state. In the past 24 hours, Senapati district recorded the highest rainfall with 154.2 millimeters, followed by Ukrul with 76.2 millimeters, Tamenglong 62.1 millimeters, None 64 millimeters, Churachandpur 52.4 millimeters, Imphal West 51.5 millimeters, Imphal East 53.5 millimeters, and Technopol 40.5 millimeters. Vehicular movement along the National Highway 37 Imphal-Zirbam Road at Awangkhun resumed today after being disrupted by a landslide triggered by continuous heavy rainfall. The landslide occurred early this morning, blocking the highway and stranding several vehicles including goods trucks and fuel tankers. National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited promptly deployed teams to clear the debris, beginning work at 6:30 a.m. The highway was cleared by around 3 p.m., allowing the stranded vehicles to move again. Authorities continue to monitor the area for potential landslide risk amid ongoing rain. Travelers are advised to exercise caution while commuting. Federation of Civil Society Organizations FOCS Manipur appeals to authorities to stop the eviction of internally displaced persons currently sheltering in Langol government quarters. The appeal follows a recent order by state government to vacate the quarters where displaced families from Moray are taking refuge. FOCS condemns the eviction orders as unjust and inhumane. Speaking to media at FOCS office near the Imphal War Cemetery today, FOCS President BM Yaima Shah urged the government to provide alternative housing or relief camp accommodation before asking the displaced families to evacuate. Taking part in the press meet, a 67-year-old displaced woman, A. Memcha from Moray Ward number 3, who has been sheltering in Langol, said 13 displaced families have been taking refuge at the Langol quarters. She said they have no other place to go and appeals to the relevant authorities to look into their plight.
IDP singadugi lepham ama sendring da arrangement tawdring da makoi sa usi tuna paira lebe yabanate anu makoi lepham sendring da makoi bu satlu haibaje mase haibi ganu tawbi ganu government quarter leba IDP sing satkro haibu wafam se makha ta na amuk tawrpo taragadi leba miyam da iho ama tholoknabagi batun tawbuni haina foxna leba miyam da thamjebga loinana masigi IDP sing awaba sida foxna akoi gi angam thodang lorokanda makoi gi demta awaba se meteng pangani
Chia Puraga Lakani, Salo, Karai, the leg of the Imawebo, as who are the Naleba Matamsida, Imawa in a hygiening is here. Imawa in a Sangbaya, with the Sang in a Imawa in Mating Bambiduna, Amukti, Masuma Tabucha, Amwana talked to Navani Imawa in a hygiene sang from the
Coordinating Committee on Manipur's Integrity, Kokomi, affirms it will continue its protest over the Gwaltabi incident until public demands are met. Speaking to media at Kokomi office in Lamphel today, convener Kurajam Atoba reiterated the committee's key demands, which are a public apology from the governor over the MST bus incident and resignation of top officials involved. Atoba noted that Kokomi had called a 48-hour general strike from the midnight of May 21st and launched several agitations. However, protests have been temporarily suspended due to the ongoing floods and bad weather. He said further action will be decided after consulting apex bodies and the public on the government's response.
Hauji ekoina khongjang changjan bache nahan gi nungdang phobudi ekoi khongjang lepte nongching leptana chubasina hauji ising chawthlak puchina maram oira kanda koi lambi da thog agitation tawbugi matang matam chadaba haigada idang favorable oidabaduna agitators sing dasu yam hena burden ohenba le matam sangna agitation tawpagi moidasu madugi exhaustion leibani na madu koina nongtingi pibam si yenga kanda ekoi gi strategically matam matam gi ekoi kokomina changjan gadaba khongjang singi design amani magi methodology or madugi strategy singa do koi dum yam da matam matam gi dum Jarakani, Mayamna, Taliba, Chumba, Amadi, Imalebaki, the Mukta, Pangum Tokmagi, honor Amadi, respect as a Masi Hanzendri Pobudekna, Kongjang Handuna Navagi Maram Late.
Kanglai People's Confederation Manipur Kapikon staged a protest meet over the Gwaltabi incident at Kashampat Lemajam Laikai Community Hall today. Taking part in the protest, Kapikon convener Kaithel Lakpam London complained that the incident has been ignored and efforts are not made to resolve the issue. He expressed disappointment over the clarification given by Chief Secretary over the incident. London appeals to the Chief Secretary and the Governor to work in the interest of the state and its citizens and sort out the issue at the earliest.
Democracy serpa India democracy serpa lepak amada Miam Yo, Miam Apama, Atega, Tamatamaganda, Napusa, Tasan to me had a day. Aloy Bada, India, Natana labor, the government said, if we can have Mayok labor, democracy you are the labor, they not coming high enough, but in Indian Sina, Roy Hana, Ngalake, Tumatunda, with your slave governor, we could copy you, Governor Wang Biu, Governor Miam Yapama Matuina, Governor Gi, Topum Topoto of you.
BJP legislators met with BJP Manipur Pradesh President A. Sada today at Thambal Shanglen to discuss the formation of a new government in the state. The MLAs urged the party president to convey the same to central party leaders. Speaking to media after the meeting, A. Sada said that all the BJP MLAs are in favor of forming a popular government soon. 15 MLAs and top party officials attended the meeting. A. Sada stated that all the MLAs share equal responsibility in forming the new government and emphasized that the BJP legislature is united with no division of interest.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ MLA ꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ MLA ꯁꯤꯡ ꯏꯟꯇꯦꯛ ꯂꯩ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯗ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯩꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ MLA ꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯨꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯣꯄꯨꯂꯔ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯅꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯄꯥꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ MLA ꯁꯤꯡꯅꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯇꯧꯐꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯃꯣꯏꯅꯁꯨ ꯄꯥꯝꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯈꯩ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯗꯥꯏ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯒ ꯂꯩ.
Speaking to media, Lamlai MLA K.H. Ibomcha, who attended today's BJP legislators meeting at Thambal Shanglen, said that the formation of a popular government in Manipur largely depends on the decision of the party's central leadership. He added that the MLAs had come together with a common goal of forming a popular government in the state, while MLA Pounam Broden reiterated there are no differences among BJP MLAs and that they remain united. Now with that, it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on All Manipur Transport and Motor Workers Union, reiterating its long-standing commitment to safeguarding the rights and welfare of drivers. Keep watching Impact News.
I am Ahibamjit Kumar Singh, NEET UG 2022 exam da Manipur ki oina state topper oiraki, and I am a very proud student of Comet Coaching Institute.
Start your journey with Comet, Manipur leading NEET Coaching Institute. Admissions are now open for the regular NEET UG Medical. Apply before the 31st of May 2025. Classes begin 12th of June 2025. With a legacy of success, 184 students cleared NEET in 2023, 177 in 2024, and state toppers year after year. Experienced faculty, NCERT-based study material, regular assessments, and personal mentorship. Free studentships and 50% fee concessions available for meritorious students. Seats are limited. Comet, where excelling is the way of life. Enroll today, shine tomorrow.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Founded in 1973 and registered under AITUC, the All Manipur Transport and Motor Workers Union reiterates its dedication to protecting drivers' rights, especially along the National Highway No. 2. Speaking at the union office in MG Avenue today, General Secretary Maimom Anil Mitay said that the union has never burdened drivers but worked continuously for their welfare. He announced that a new committee has been formed to monitor issues faced by drivers on the national highway. The union, affiliated with the National Federation of Indian Road Transport Workers, focuses on driver pensions, insurance, emergency aid and legal support. Anil also warned against unregistered groups falsely claiming to represent drivers, assuring that the union will continue working transparently for transport workers' welfare.
Drivers in the Pugi, Nigana Gari, Pishakaiba, a rigging Garana, Tolaga, Association Saba, Union Saba, Club Kumba, Kayumre Restart over Gambuduna, Huinanga, when the target of Nete, Kaimari Marie Molinete, Bartki Manunda, why the game Marueva, number one tariff say, Andhra Pradesh Union, all Manipur road transport drivers and the motor worker union, Amadi Market, Chaminari Union is the second, Manipur second, Hoy driver union. Aduna, Aquina driver gi, Madam the Drakar Oiba Kotpa, what is the case? Kagi mamang the Alaman Tambiramba, drivers in the Carmine Chadi, Carmine Chakani, Carmine Chaloi, Caritoni, driver Kamina Lambis, the Tengani, Akoi Union Singshina, drivers Singshida, Equinus, Padata Matunga, Koi drivers Singshis, Salalim.
Taking part in the press meet, spokesperson of Senapati District Drivers Welfare Union, H. Kaiko Foze, asserted that theirs is the only officially recognized driver's body in the district under the All India Motor Vehicle Act. Established 28 years ago, the union has consistently supported drivers along National Highway No. 2 during accidents, blockades and emergencies. He clarified that the union is not tied to any caste, community or private group and does not extort money. Kaiko also rejected the legitimacy of the Senapati District Truck Drivers Union, calling it unregistered and unaccountable. The welfare union remains focused solely on the safety and rights of the highway drivers.
Drivers Chathok Toriba, Anaye, Gary Sway Mangam, accident Hopa, Pan blockade the woman, say, Ta when the Tobusula, Matang Matangwin. Masigi Marakshida, Quigi Union, Mayamsina, as a driver, Minung Sida, Tamle Haraga, Quay Mayamsina, Mubu, Mating Piba, Chini, Dal, Tum, Moro, Karakara, Wigadasu, Aquigi Angamzaba, Bizabani, Masigi Matang Sida, Donation, Habise, Aquina Nampu the Winter Force of Lati. Aquina should Mibu, Mating Piba, Saliba, driver Mayamduna, Aquibu. Humanitarian ground loina mating pang da mangak tani haibe se driver mayam da gyan tabiu donation je khoina forcefully tauge loge haibe yu wafam chulatti aigi damak latte chathuk sing tawriba mayam dugi mating pinabe gi phibam da kana tawbani haina haijaninge.
The 4th Kakching Kunau Mela was held today at Ibudho, Kamlangba Laikol, jointly organized by Self-Help Committee, Kakching Kunau and Bharatiya Kishan Sangh Manipur Prant. Locally grown produce including watermelons was sold at affordable rates by self-help group members. Speaking at the event, CAU Deputy Director Professor T.H. Robindro stressed the need for collective efforts from experts, departments and universities to uplift farmers, boost income and make the state self-reliant. World's No Tobacco Day 2025 was observed today at RIMS Banting Hall on the theme Unmasking the Appeal, Exposing Tactics on Tobacco and Nicotine Products. The program was organized by Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS Imphal, Department of Public Health Dentistry, Dental College, RIMS Director Professor G. Sunil Kumar Sharma and RIMS Hospital Medical Superintendent Professor N. Sanjeev attended the event, among others. The 17th death anniversary of renowned Manipuri writer and educationist Rajkumar Shitaljit was observed today at his residence in Kashamthong, Toplayrak. The event, organized by Sahitya Thaupang Loop and Shitaljit Ningsing Seva, also featured a felicitation ceremony for meritorious students. Ria Kwairakpam, who topped Class 12 Science in COSEM exam 2025, was conferred the Rajkumar Shitaljit Memorial Award. Speaking on the occasion, renowned critic of Manipuri literature and Manipur State Kala Academy awardee L. Joy Chandra lauded R.K. Shitaljit as a towering literary figure of the 20th century and a key contributor to what is regarded as the golden era of Manipur literature. R.K. Shitaljit had authored multiple novels, short stories, and an English to Manipuri dictionary.
Super Saturday parrot say, I am the Icona, Masia Quiggy, Renaissance, near Hibia, golden parrot near Hibia, Manipuri culture, and go Manipuri Saita, golden parrot near Hibia. Madam the Masia is the late of a shock to a could shock to a Saita in Masamat later. Pitribi lady, your own mayam say, Masiga, Tonari Harga, a quick at the work, a quick punam say, unloving Civi. Culture da adu saita da ko pin bo punam se yang chok ke asumba marathi dani ko ki lei hidra bo da guru de ki magi to bo ke no bo udi se.
Bar Council of Manipur, BCM and District Bar Association Bishnupur jointly held a one-day legal education program today at District Bar Association Bishnupur Hall. BCM executive members, senior advocate Salam Rupachandra spoke on the topic professional ethics and BCM member Ngangom Jotindra Luang on the topic rules of law. BCM chairman Kojam Modusudon revealed that the main objective of today's program was to give a platform to familiarize younger advocates with the decorum and conducts a practitioner has to follow. Senior Actors Guild Manipur informed that its general body meeting slated for tomorrow at DIPR Conference Hall is postponed due to the flood situation in the state. Hyderabad is hosting the 72nd Miss World Grand Finale this evening at the HITEX Exhibition Center. The glittering event, which began at 6:30 p.m., marks the third time India is hosting the prestigious global pageant after 1996 and 2010. A total of 108 contestants from around the world will compete for the coveted crown, currently held by Christina of the Czech Republic. Representing India is 21-year-old Nandini Gupta from Rajasthan, Femina Miss India World 2023. Managing Director of Angel Children Hospital, Dr. Yaikomba Taurem, felicitated 3 players from Konthaujam Assembly constituency who were part of India's title-winning team at the SAF Under-19 Championship last evening. The felicitation event was held at Imphal West Students Club, Kumbong, where Suraj Ahibam from Moidangpok Ahibam Laikai, Ningthau Kongjam Rishi from Kabi Mamang Laikai, and Thangjam Roshan from Moidangpok Kunau were honored. It may be noted that Suraj Ahibam, who served as India's goalkeeper, was also awarded the best goalkeeper of the championship. Dr. Yaikomba praised their achievements, stating that their success has brought pride to the state and inspired many young footballers. National Thangta Technical Officials and Coaches Training Program, which began on May 27 at Thangta Shanglen Yumnam Huidrom Imphal West District, ended today. The program was held under the aegis of Thangta Federation of India. Altogether, 58 technical officials and coaches, including 47 men and 11 women from different parts of India, participated in the program. Now, before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. 3 days of continuous rainfall triggers massive flooding across Manipur. Breaching of Imphal River running through Imphal East District, breaches at Kurai, Haikrumakong, Haingang, Mayaleka and Ahalup affecting residents. India Meteorological Department IMD Medseta Imphal issues an orange warning for Manipur, forecasting thunderstorms accompanied by winds ranging from 30 to 40 kilometers per hour next few days. In light of worsening flood situation across Manipur, Water Resources Department issues urgent advisory warning of further flooding. Public urged to avoid waterlogged areas, not to visit riverfronts or flood-prone zones and to stay indoors. Fox appeals to authorities to halt eviction of internally displaced persons currently sheltering in Langol government quarters before making alternative arrangements. And BJP legislators meet party state president regarding new government formation. BJP Manipur Pradesh President A. Sada says BJP MLAs in favor of popular government, formation of new government in near future. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. Have a great evening and stay safe.